So I decided not to work out today. Let's see how it's going. I'm trying to train my hair back. And I think I'm gonna wear the beanie and just like not have product in it until like it knows that it's supposed to be staying that direction. I might have to change it up for work still, but like I'm gonna try it. Anyway, I told myself I wasn't gonna work out. I decided to sleep, and it happened again where I slept for an hour and then I got up. And I just started working out. I've been going through songs, watching videos, following my random little tidbits from Spirit. Like I had a friend in high school, and I just heard clairaudiently, sometimes you gotta spin in a circle. That's what she always used to say to me. Yeah, maybe the hat's going back on. That's what she always used to say. We're not friends anymore. She did some fucked up stuff. I did some fucked up stuff. She tried to apologize. I didn't forgive her. Raked her over the coals, actually. And for a long time, I thought she deserved it. But there was nothing she could say. And I hope that she's good now. Even though I don't even know how to begin finding her, tracking her down. They're still up there. You know, we saved each other when we were 14. She almost jumped out a window. I called right at the exact right time. There's probably 100 times I wasn't okay. Genuinely. And she was there. It was a trauma bond for sure. But she was there. We survived because of each other. When high school was rough. And I've been thinking about how everything's been playing out, how this new King of Pentacles gym crush went through that terrible motorcycle accident, almost died, did die. But he's still here for a reason, just like the rest of us here. Just like everybody else that's been part of that video I made. The September suicide awareness video. And you know, months and months ago, I stumbled across this random artist on TikTok. And the camera angle is just his face. But he had so much pain in his eyes. And he was listening to that song. I can't let you go. I try, but I always know. I wish you was holding me close. Can't be without you, I'd rather overdose. That song. And I felt the energy. I felt his pain. But I also saw his resilience. I followed him. And over the course of months, I realized that he was in PT. He was learning to walk again. I don't know if he was in a motorcycle accident or something else completely. But that got me thinking about that difficulty months and months and months and months ago. And the things that he had to deal with, that he had to go through, and he still found it within himself. He still does today. To create art, to do the physical therapy, to learn how to walk again, to enjoy his moments. He's creating motivation for others that don't have hope. And that was the energy in that song. Even though the song is talking about addiction, specifically, in that video I made, it was talking about the people that wanted to give up. Because I can't just let them go. And I don't think you guys want to either. And I want to say thank you specifically to everybody that shared the post. Out of everybody that watched it so far, we've gotten one duet. But we've gotten a lot of shares. And that's not as many people that saw it. It's probably a little over half Half of the people that saw and interacted shared it too. But the energy, it still feeds the energy, the ripple. And what Spirit proved to me today was that intuitively we know that they're going to find who the messages are for. Because there was people just in my inbox, my DMs, my recently friended people, and I just went through my entire list for months and months, and I found all of my people that are regularly interacting with my posts, and I found people that I haven't interacted with in months, and some people that I've never interacted with at all. And I just sent the link to a bunch of people. Every time Spirit gave me that intuitive nudge, and so many had either just gone through something or just started to get help or felt seen as a result. And I pulled the strength card confirmation when I was thinking about that just now. The people that are aligned with our energy, our collective, even the ones that aren't here for spiritual purposes or readings. Some of you are cosplayers. Some of you make filters. Some of you are book talk girls. Some of you do prank videos. But it doesn't matter what niche you're in. We all found each other for this reason. And it's not just this. It's so much bigger than just this. But this is the equivalent of a nuclear reactor. This group of people. We are the God particle, the Higgs boson. Something that creates a shockwave through a galaxy, through a universe, through a dimension. And at least in this reality, our universe, our dimension, we won't just let them go. We're being called to forgive the past. We're being called to hope for the future. We're being called to do what we need to do, even when it's hard. We're being called to get the help we need. We're being called to intuitively notice when someone's not okay. Because it's not something you think, it's something you feel. And we're supposed to not just recognize that, but we're supposed to bring them back into this space of inner child healing, of feeling hope again, of utilizing that force for purpose. Because sometimes you just got to spin in a circle. That moment of joy is worth living for. And some people, I think, haven't felt it in so long that they forget what it even is. So we remind them, one day at a time. Soul family, celebration, the wheel of fortune. And I almost forgot. When I was thinking about that guy that was going through physical therapy and making his art and listening to that song with so much pain in his eyes, I pulled the Nine of Wands. And so many times I've just taken that as a karmic card, that there's somebody that's narcissistic or supposed to learn a lesson from me, or I'm supposed to learn one from them, maybe both at the same time. But that man, he was supposed to show me this. He was supposed to show me that energy, that state of being, to prepare me not just for what Jim Crush is going through later, but also in order to ripple it outwards, to magnify